Hey everyone, and welcome to TopThink. Today we're diving into something that might just change the way you handle conflict, stress, and frustration. It's called the power of not reacting. We'll also walk through 12 powerful habits that will help you stay calm, grounded, and in control of your emotions, even when everything around you feels chaotic. So let's begin. Have you ever known someone who loses their temper over the smallest inconvenience? Maybe a barista got their coffee order wrong, or they had to wait a little longer in traffic, and suddenly they're shouting, honking, or making everyone around them uncomfortable. Unfortunately, this kind of emotional volatility is more common than you might think. Stress, pressure, or feeling misunderstood can trigger people to act in ways they later regret. And in today's fast-paced, high-stakes world, emotional control is more valuable than ever. When you're reactive, you give away your power. You let your emotions decide your actions instead of your values, your goals, or your best self. Let's take a simple example. Imagine you're discussing a topic that's important to you, like your favorite sports team, political opinion, or lifestyle choice. The conversation starts off friendly, but then the other person disagrees strongly. They start raising their voice, dismissing your views, or even insulting you personally. What do? For many people, that rising tension is like striking a match in a room full of gasoline. Their heart rate spikes. They feel the urge to interrupt, to shout, to prove they're right because their ego is under threat. But reacting in anger rarely leads to resolution. Instead, it fans the flames of conflict and pushes people further apart. So why is it so difficult to pause and reflect before responding? Well, the answer lies in our biology. When we perceive a threat, whether physical or emotional, our brain activates a fight-or-flight response. This ancient survival mechanism floods our system with adrenaline, narrows our focus, and makes us more likely to lash out or run away. But here's the catch. Most modern threats aren't physical. They're emotional. And in those situations, the best response is often no reaction at all, at least not right away. That's what emotional discipline is all about. And it doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means recognizing your emotions without letting them dictate your behavior. Now let's explore the 12 habits that can help you practice the art of non-reactivity, one day at a time. Habit 1. Practice mindful breathing. The first and simplest habit is to take a deep breath. When emotions rise, your breath becomes shallow and rapid. By consciously slowing your breathing, you send a signal to your nervous system that you're safe. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale through your mouth. Just one or two of these deep breaths can shift your mindset from reactive to reflective. Habit 2. Delay your response. This is a powerful technique used by emotionally intelligent people. When you feel triggered, don't respond immediately. Instead, give yourself time, 10 seconds, 10 minutes, or even a full day to cool down. This buffer gives your rational mind a chance to re-engage. Many conflicts can be avoided simply by sleeping on it. Habit 3. Label your emotions. Naming what you're feeling helps you understand it. Are you angry? Frustrated? Embarrassed? Disrespected? By putting a label on the emotion, you create distance between yourself and the feeling. Instead of being angry, you acknowledge that you feel anger, and that gives you more control over how you act. Habit 4. Use internal dialogue. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a friend. It's okay to feel this way. Take a moment. You don't need to prove anything right now. Positive self-talk can reduce emotional pressure and remind you of your long-term goals, like preserving your relationships or staying calm under pressure. Habit 5. Set emotional boundaries. Not every opinion deserves a reaction. Some people will say provocative things just to get under your skin. Recognize when someone is pushing your buttons and set internal boundaries. Tell yourself, this isn't about me, or I don't have to attend every argument I'm invited to. Habit 6. Journal your triggers. Keep track of situations that cause strong emotional reactions. By writing about what happened, how you felt, and why it triggered you, you can start to see patterns. Maybe it's a particular tone of voice, a type of criticism, or a feeling of being ignored. Understanding your triggers gives you the power to prepare for them next time. Habit 7. Observe, don't absorb. When someone lashes out at you, their behavior often says more about them than it does about you. Practice the art of observing without absorbing. You can listen without taking offense. You can witness someone's anger without letting it infect your peace of mind. Habit 8. Focus on what you can control. One of the most frustrating things in life is trying to control other people. But the truth is you can't. You can't control what others think, say, or feel. You can control your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Shift your focus inward and reclaim your power. Habit 9. Practice gratitude in conflict. This might sound strange, but even during a tense moment, you can find something to be thankful for. Gratitude grounds you in the present. You might think, I'm thankful I caught myself before saying something hurtful. Or, I'm grateful I'm learning to handle this better. Gratitude is like an anchor in emotional storms. Habit 10. Reframe the situation. Our reactions are shaped by how we interpret events. Reframing helps you shift your perspective. Instead of thinking, this person is trying to attack me, try, maybe they're having a bad day. Or instead of I failed, think, this is a learning opportunity. A change in perspective can change everything. Habit 11. Develop a calm routine. In high-stress environments, your baseline emotional state matters. Daily practices like meditation, walking, reading, or quiet time help you build resilience. The calmer you are in general, the more capable you are of managing sudden spikes in emotion when they occur. Habit 12. Ask yourself, what matters most? Finally, in any heated situation, ask yourself this powerful question. What really matters right now? Is it proving your point, or preserving the relationship? Is it winning the argument, or maintaining your integrity? When you focus on your values, you naturally make wiser, more composed decisions. Let's wrap this up. The power of not reacting is one of the greatest emotional skills you can master. It gives you space between what happens and how you respond. And in that space, you can choose strength over weakness, peace over conflict, growth over regret. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by emotion, remember you don't have to react. Take a breath. Pause. Reflect. Then respond from a place of calm confidence. Because emotional discipline isn't about being cold or detached. It's about being wise, grounded, and in control of your most valuable asset, yourself. Thanks for watching TopThink. If you found this helpful, give us a like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which habit you'll try this week. See you next time.